U.S. Airlines on Friday scrambled to cut 4% of flights at 40 major airports due to safety concerns caused by the record-long government shutdown. The cuts, imposed by the Trump administration, come amid a shortage of air traffic controllers who are working without pay during the shutdown, which marked its 38th day on Friday. Earlier this week, the FAA said 20 to 40% of controllers were not showing up for work on any given day. The flight cuts, which began at 6 a.m. Eastern Time on Friday, include about 700 flights from the four largest carriers: American, Delta, Southwest Airlines, and United.
I woke up this morning not knowing whether or not I could take my flight to California.
American Airlines on Friday said 12,000 of its customers had their flights canceled. The cuts do not apply to international flights. Shares of U.S. Airlines wavered Friday morning and could continue to come under pressure, said Michael Landsberg, Chief Investment Officer at Landsberg Bennett Private Wealth Management.
Obviously now, as we come into the Thanksgiving holiday season, if we're going to see flight delays in the busiest four or 5 days of the year, that's not going to go really well for these companies. Even though they may not necessarily be to blame, consumers are going to hold them to blame because, the FAA is not at my airport. My sign says this airline and I'm 3 hours delayed or canceled. Yeah, I'm not going to be happy. So I think that's a concern that this might lead into something longer than we initially thought.
The flight cuts are set to rise to 6% on Tuesday and then 10% by November 14th if the government shutdown does not end.